Hello and welcome to My Mom's Basement with Robbie Fox. I am back here with State Champs over 2 years since our last interview. How about that? I look back, it was June of 2022. The big return, the redemption interview, some are calling it. I know you had like half a redemption by doing Barstool backstage at the Chicago office, but this is the My Mom's Basement rematch.
The real
I feel good.
redemption
I feel
here.
happy to be here. Listen, sorry about what transpired last time.
Show
That's
the
the
You
word.
perspired last time.
I was
run the clip,
perspiring
run the
for sure.
Ryan, you were heavily involved in that, right?
Yes, I have to apologize because I feel like absolute shit right now. I went out last night.
You were
was
with
like,
Tommy Falcone, right?
with
He'll get you
Tommy.
hungover. Yeah.
He fucked me up, dude.
Can we get some of those in here?
This. Oh, Ryan.
Holy shit.
That's tough.
No, it was,
The
come
thing
on,
is,
we're back.
we were also out late last night, so anything could happen.
Later interview today, though. So I remember last time it was like a 9 a.m. It was 10
so
a.m.
thanks for
something
the
early
thanks
like
for
that.
the afternoon slot. This
Of course, yeah.
I was like kind of going down memory lane this morning because I was like, yeah, we had to do My Mom's Basement, and I died, obviously, but I needed to be better by the Rolling Stone performance. I was like, okay, My Mom's Basement, Barstool, like, I can be a jackass, but like if I'm not back to 100%,
You're trying to
welcome
save
here.
Yeah.
It's welcome here. Rolling Stone might look at it
exactly.
like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
Well,
Yeah.
and these guys too.
Yeah.
True,
They
yeah,
weren't
you don't
mad
wanna
at
make
me
them
about
look
that.
We
but
gotta-
Rolling
we
Stone
hilarious.
would have been a
We also
different
weren't
story.
even on tour. Weren't we just out here? Were we
Yeah.
on? No, we were just out here to do like record promo stuff.
Yeah.
And you just got like hammered with a friend.
Yeah, Tom Falcone, who's coming tonight. So
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
here we
Thank
go.
God
Back
tonight's the
tomorrow
last
morning.
night of the tour and the interview's not tomorrow morning.
Exactly.
I got a flight.
It's
to
too late
catch,
to-
though, so.
Last
Change
night
it.
of tour tonight. Though.
Do you guys do any of those last night of tour hijinks? I've heard like legends
tour
about
pranks?
pranks and stuff like that.
Sometimes,
You guys get involved
this
in
tour
that?
was a little shorter. It was only 4 weeks. We're used to like the month and a half, 6, 7
Yeah.
week long tours. So this one kind of flew by, and we've been having such a good time that we haven't even had time to think about pranks. So usually we do tour awards in the past.
Oh,
where-
that's fun.
where we
roast
give out
game.
awards, but they're awards that are roasts,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
are like roasts.
Yeah.
Great.
But we just didn't have enough time.
We might, we might still get into it tonight, but that's kind of been a State Champs tradition. Instead of the prank, it's the elective. You get
Yeah.
a funny little attribute about yourself.
That is the prank.
yeah.
The prank is actually fuck you.
Here
you go.
Yeah, it's like
Absolutely
most likely
roasted.
to get divorced or whatever.
You're leaving
Not
this
that
tour
hard.
questioning if we like you or not.
Yeah.
It could be mean. It
When
could be
you
a
have
little-
a shorter tour like this, are you more like reluctant to go home at the end of it, or are you guys all ready?
I think since it's the holidays, I think like everyone's like,
Yeah.
I want to go home, sit my ass on my beanbag chair and watch Christmas movies.
Yeah.
Like that's all I'm looking forward to doing
I'm
right now.
looking forward to my couch. I don't have a beanbag chair.
I got a
but
new
yeah.
beanbag chair. It's tight.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. When it's December, we're all ready to go home. But normally, we'd like to stay out for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, not to sound weak, but 4 weeks is still pretty long.
It
It
is.
is. Let's
It's
not
a-
sell
it's a
ourselves
full
short
month.
there.
Yeah, it's a lot of shows in there.
I'm tired, man. I want to go home.
You guys also went viral during this tour, thanks to the State Champs of Eating Ass couple.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
That was crazy. Who took that picture? One of you guys?
It was actually John, the drummer of Knuckle Puck, was at their merch table and sent it to me and just was like, "I'm in disbelief right now
Yeah.
at what I'm seeing."
And it
I
went
said, "Me
super
too."
viral.
It did.
Yeah, it went really fast. And
Yeah.
so thanks to that couple who made their own shirts.
Did you guys meet that couple ever or no?
I have met that guy before. 2 years ago at Sad Summer, I was walking through the crowd and he was wearing a different State Champs of Eating Ass shirt.
Come on.
And I saw the shirt and I went over to him and I was like, "Dude, I gotta take a picture of your shirt. Blah blah blah. It's ridiculous." So when I posted this photo this time, obviously it was a different shirt because he's got the couples edition now.
Yeah. He's cuffed up.
He commented on it and was like, "Dude, that's me." And I look at his profile picture, and it's a picture of me and him from that Sad Summer day of
Wow.
him
Yeah.
wearing that shirt.
Did you? No one has the photo of what was on the back of the shirts, though, right?
It was the
Yeah.
date of the concert, and it said "Our First Date."
That was the
Oh,
craziest part.
shit.
It said our first date.
He's
day of the
eating ass
concert,
on the
and
first
on the
date.
front
that day.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
allowing the eating.
Who's
So
eating
how does
ass
that
on the
work?
first
One.
date?
How
bro?
does that? They must know each other going in. How do you give that shirt to your date and say, "Hey, we're going to the concert. Also wear this."
Hey, so nice to meet you. I got you this shirt.
Also, you're the state
Put
champ
it
of getting
on.
your ass eaten.
I think
Yeah.
she's just down. Like,
Yeah,
and I have to respect
She was
it.
just
very
like, I'm
good.
I
gonna
want
throw this
everyone
shirt
to
on.
know that I did that to you.
Yeah.
Wear it.
Yeah, absolutely.
She was like, "All right."
Outrageous.
Also, it took me a while to notice that I'm actually in the background of that photo.
You are.
Oh, you are.
Yeah,
Little
I'm at
Easter
the
egg.
bar.
That's
So you were
great.
in the
You're
background
like
too,
the
bro.
guy in the background of Abbey Road.
Yeah,
You know, there's the guy
exactly,
standing on the sidewalk
That's
there.
me.
Someone's like, "Wait, you're in the background of the photo." I was like, "Oh, that's really funny."
We are also here to talk about State Champs by State Champs.
Yes,
the new
sir.
record.
Absolutely.
It's out now. I have been listening to it on repeat since it dropped. I think
Awesome,
it's
man.
fucking awesome.
Thank
You like it?
I love the whole album. Like
Awesome.
every day a different song is stuck in my head.
That's a good thing. That's
love
not a
that.
bad
Oh,
problem
absolutely.
to have.
Yeah.
It's funny because it's our 5th album, and it's the first time we've done a self-titled, obviously. But more than ever on this album post-release, we've been getting the texts, the messages, and stuff from our close friends and our inner circle and family and stuff that are like, "Yo, this record, something about it." And it's like, okay, we know we got something on this one because you guys weren't messaging us from the old album, so nobody was commenting. Like, no one gave us a shout out about an album until this one, like as much as our inner circle has. So it feels
That's
good.
awesome.
Yeah, when your actual homies are like being like, yo, I actually like this. I'm not just saying that because you're
Yeah.
my friend. That's when I'm like, okay, something's different.
Yeah.
So,
Like a month before the release of the album, I sent Robbie Clueless. I think.
Oh, I loved
sent
it,
you
yeah.
Just
Yeah.
just because I was like, Robbie's gonna like this song.
Oh, I
gotta
loved
send
it
to
so
him.
much. Yeah. And I was listening to Clueless on repeat
Yeah.
before the album even dropped.
Yeah.
what about
Same.
Clueless says
I
Robbie?
don't know.
Screams Robbie.
I don't know.
think it's just like such fun pop punk.
jumpy pop rock,
Yeah.
pop punk,
And
I
it's
feel
so
like, that's your vibe.
it's like lighthearted in a way. Like
Totally.
that song is so summery and
Yeah,
so
that
fun.
one's like our almost like Stacy's mom, like Fountains of Wayne
Yeah,
type of
like
bowling
power
for soup.
pop a
yeah,
little more.
a little bit.
Yeah.
It brought out a different side of us, but ultimately the chorus hits and you're like, oh, it's State Champs by far, you know.
And I saw an interview with you guys where you said it was going to be an EP at first, and then Martin from Boys Like Girls convinced you to get back in the studio.
And we were
and
just like, okay.
make an album. When did you know in the process that this was going to be self-titled? Because that always feels like a statement when a band does
We
that.
didn't decide that until after it was done. And, we kind of weighed out some options, thought about some other concepts, but then ultimately we were like, yo, what about self-titled? And we brand it this way, and we like show people this is how we want to be perceived as State Champs. Our 5th album, and we feel like it's our best one yet, and it just felt like the right time.
Yeah, we were kind of just like dissecting the songs, honestly, and it felt like every chapter of State Champs was like kind of sprinkled throughout the record. So to call it State Champs just made sense. It was the only time I think it's ever made sense, like in our career. You know, this is our 5th record, so our sound has evolved, gradually, slowly, I think, and this record is just like all of those moments from those records, but like the best possible version of them. So yeah, we didn't decide until
Well, we kept
the
trying
11th
things.
hour, I think.
Yeah, we kept trying things. Everything felt like it was either cheapening it or like pigeonholing it too much, and nothing really was sticking in a way that we felt like really exemplified what we made. So yeah, when it came up, we were just like, what if we self-titled it? And it all kind of like clicked,
Yeah,
Do you remember the other titles?
Well,
The stuff that was
like
close,
not
maybe?
not really. It was just like random like lyric excerpts and like
Yeah.
just like trying to find maybe an overall theme, but because it is almost like all of our eras mashed into one in a sense, it didn't really like do it justice to name it something.
There was one that Derek was kind of shooting for. At the
I
beginning.
had an idea of calling it Embedded. Or like Forever Embedded. It was finally time to like, engrave ourselves and plant ourselves in stone and like something that lasts forever. Something
cool.
that and it kind of shows with the branding of the album because we finally used a trophy,
Yeah.
which like seemed like a low-hanging fruit, like too easy, too obvious for the band name State Champs for so long. But since it's self-titled, it was time to do that. But on the album cover, you see that it's like it's a trophy that's been printed out on paper, ripped apart, and then put back together.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the image, the ethos of this like album, and in general for where we're at now. It's like we've been through it. We've been doing this for 14 years now. Our 5th album. We've been on a roller coaster ride, behind the scenes, in front of cameras, on stage forever, and like we've been close as ever, and we've been separated as ever. We've fought, and then we've found each other again, and we've always been able to put back those pieces. So that's kind of why it looks the way it does, and it's branded the way it is.
I love the cover because it's also the self-titled like White Album. In my mind, like the
True.
cover of it is
Yeah.
kind
Yeah,
of your
that's right.
White Album.
That's right.
Yeah.
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 The last time you were here, we talked about Living Proof going into that, wanting to make a very mature record, and then Kings of the New Age being like, all right, let's not take ourselves so seriously and let's go back to our roots. How did you feel like you went into this one mentality-wise?
I don't think there was. It was more like a stress-free environment with this one. We didn't know how. Like
Yeah.
there was no set thing. Like we're gonna like, be more mature or try this other sound. We wrote so many different songs that sound like different things. So we just wanted to kind of experiment and kind of find the best songs that make sense for the record. We took a trip out to the desert, rented a house in Joshua Tree, and demoed a bunch of ideas. But there was no, let's do this type of thing. It was just, let's just hang out, have fun, and see what makes sense for us right here, right now.
I think that really helps too, to not like to set the intention just to be open instead of setting it to be like, we have to be youthful again. We have to be mature now,
We gotta write another Finer Things song. We gotta write this.
Yeah, it was just let's not think about it. Let's just kind of have fun. And we'd spent a lot of time away from each other, so we missed each other. It was nice to get back in the room and be creative again. We were just like, let's just jam. Oh, here's a cool drum beat. Let's write a song about that. Or let's write a song around that. I've got this one lyric. Let's write a song today around that one lyric. And just experimented in all different ways.
Yeah, I feel like when you set an intention to have it be a specific thing, like serious or not, I feel like you put yourself in a box a little bit.
Yeah.
And it was nice to just go to the desert, have zero distractions, be around each other all the time, and just write music.
So going into the desert, it was
hang
like
out.
the first thing we listened to was like Evan's weird ass drum beat that starts the record. It starts the song "The Constant." And then Ryan goes and we start. There's the lead, and it's like literally that was day one of the first writing day.
That was day zero. We drove in from LAX. We got there at night and wrote that when we arrived at the Airbnb after we set up, because our intention was to write the next day and just set up. And then we just got right into it.
Yeah,
so
I was just fired up to do it.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was just about writing the best songs that we could, and like, Derek said, we've been doing it for so long and we've seen so much shit. And I think there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes that we went through as a band that like we haven't really talked about publicly. And, it was really just about like reconnecting, because I felt like, there's times when you do this where you feel like, man, is this shit falling apart? Like, is this like, does it still feel the way that you want it to feel, when you started? And if it doesn't, like, how can we get back to that point? How can we like fall in love with it again? And for me, I think that was the point of going out to Joshua Tree and kind of reconnecting with these guys, just being like, dude, let's like have fun together again. Like, besides all the bullshit, let's just fucking write some good songs and have a good time and like be brothers again. And honestly, like, what came out was really special. I think, it really exemplifies what this record is.
It's hard to get to 5 albums and still be making better albums than the last. And we never put too much pressure on ourselves, like trying to outdo the last one. It's just keep having fun and make sure that we're not trying
speak for yourself,
too hard.
brother.
You guys put
I
pressure
have
on
a
yourselves?
lot of pressure.
Feel pressure to deliver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who do you feel the pressure to? Like, to yourself, to the fans, like to the other people in the band?
I guess like your
Security of having a job still.
Yeah, yourself, your I mean, now it's like we all have pretty much like families.
Yeah.
Some of us are married, have kids, so it's like there's a pressure. Yeah, I mean, this is the career we chose, so there's a pressure of now this is, now we're in our 30s. We have to deliver so we can continue this incredible career.
So it's such a rewarding feeling, though, once we finish and we immediately release day for the album was day one of this tour in Austin, Texas. So we're like, are they going to know the songs yet? We're playing so many of these new ones. Are they not ready for it? We looked out in the line of the people outside, and the kids outside all had their headphones in, AirPods
Studying.
in, jamming, looking at the lyrics.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Like they were studying. And then they got in and
Fans.
right away.
Yeah.
Everyone, why do I do that? Everyone knew it. You know?
Yeah.
It's
was
self-imposed pressure in my case. I feel
Yeah,
like
I
it's,
think so too.
You take yourself so seriously as an artist and as a songwriter, and like, I might not take myself very serious as a person, but as like an artist, I really do. And you don't want to put something out that you're not proud of ultimately, and I'm so fucking proud of this, and it's cool to see people receiving it the way that you like really hoped that they would.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Derek, favorite lyric on the album?
Favorite lyric? There's a pretty deep one on the last song on Golden Years, in the bridge of that song, where me and Ryan go back and forth.
I love that part.
yeah.
Great part. I texted you guys about that part. It's so good.
And it's most things we left unsaid, forever lost in a memory. Facing what's up ahead, I hope I never forget me. I think that's one of the more stronger, like tattoo, finger pointy lyrics of the album.
Was there more of a conscious effort to have songs where you take like a lead part like that? Because on the last album, obviously, there's 2 songs that have features that you were doing live, and I feel like the fans loved when you would do the features live.
I don't know that it was necessarily conscious. I think it just made sense. I think we'd been talking about trying to do kind of the back and forth you know, Taking
talking
Back
about it for, like,
Sunday,
2 albums now.
Yeah,
Those moments are great.
Totally.
Like they really hit.
They
Because
just
he's a
have
great
to make
singer,
sense,
like,
Yeah.
and he can belt a main vocal part. So it's
Yeah.
like, why not use that to our advantage in something like that?
Yeah,
So
it's sick.
especially when we can go back and forth and feed off of each other in a call and response way like that, because he does a lot of the harmonies and stuff that are on the record too that people don't necessarily hear that it is him. So it's nice to give, like, you know, the right times for us both to sing to each other, which is nice.
Yeah, it was just finding the spot for it.
That
made
worked out
sense.
great to end the album too. Like,
Yeah.
it was a nice closing track.
Evan, favorite drum fill on the record?
So I don't think a lot of people would think that Light Blue is a drum heavy song, but I think the last fill out of where is it?
In the last chorus?
In the
Like,
last going into the last chorus.
In the outro of the song.
Yeah. It's really tricky.
Get up there, brother.
And really, yeah,
show
the drum
us.
set there. It's really tricky, and it kind of trips me up every night. It's
Yeah.
funny. A lot of these fills where I was focused more on grooves on this record than fills, but I feel like there's a lot of tricky parts, and Light Blue has some sneaky. I think people would think that The Constant would be the hard drum song, but that one actually feels
Safe
a lot more
Face Story
natural.
too.
Safe Face Story.
Yeah.
The bridge of Too Late to Say is also pretty tough.
Yeah,
But-
you really
Yeah.
like you didn't make
Kinda
it
went
easy
on.
on yourself.
No.
The drums are crazy on this record. Like
Crazy.
drums are nuts.
Crazy.
And I'm not happy about it now that we're playing live. I'm like, in the
Yeah.
studio, I'm like, yeah, I could just do it in one,
Like
you know,
every
couple of
song,
takes.
like you don't have a break.
No, and especially on this tour, I'm pretty much playing from start to finish. So
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing stops. There's no
Nothing
like
stops,
silence
yeah.
for to talk. Like if one song ends, Evan is then
Yeah.
keeping time and
Yeah.
playing a beat in between
fun.
all of those songs. So he
It's
never
fun.
really gets to
Yeah.
take a hand break.
I
you know?
did it to myself. I wanted that. So,
Yeah.
yeah. But
Um,
yeah, Light Blue. That fill is going into the last chorus is pretty tricky. So that one I think would be not necessarily my favorite, but probably the trickiest one.
Favorite bass groove on the album?
So many.
There are a lot.
Okay, I have to say,
As a bass
me-
player, I'm listening to. it, I'm
So-
like, fuck you.
This
I'm
guy's
never
screwing
play
it.
this.
Evan and I, we went silly on this together.
went silly.
Together.
I have to say, listening through the record, I would text Ryan all the time, being like, "You went insanely hard."
Fucking
the bass
Geddy
is my
Lee
favorite
over here.
part
It's
of this
crazy.
record.
All right, enough, guys.
I'm serious. I gas you up all the time about it. I think the bass on this record is unreal.
It's really fun to write bass, and it took me a long. I mean, I've played bass in this band for 10 years, but like it's taken me a really long time to feel like as comfortable as I do now, and like fall in love with playing bass. So this record, I feel like I kind of wanted to make it a point to be like, all right, I'm a bass player. Like,
Yeah.
here's some fun shit. My favorite bass groove, I don't know, dude. I mean, I like the bridge of "I Still Want To" because I kind of get me and Evan kind of have like a little
Yeah.
yeah,
drum and bass moment
That's
there.
nice. I'm thinking of
the
like
constant.
I'm
bridge.
thinking of like Tight Grip chorus where it's like
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That one is fun, and it's fun to play live. And I'm
It sounds
singing
exactly like
during
that, by the way.
point, so I'm, like,
Yeah.
I'm like riffing and singing, which I don't do a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tight Grip. That one's fun. There's
Bridge
like
of
a little
Constant,
moment
yeah.
in Safe Face Story in the second verse that I
Oh
really
yeah,
like.
I know that moment
Pop
you're
it
talking
out.
about. It's crazy. Yeah.
'Cause
That might
live-
be my favorite song in the album.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We
I
knew
love
that
the feature on it. Like
We knew that was going to be like
goes
the
really
push
hard.
single. So we
Yeah,
put
yeah.
that out on the release day or like the day before.
You want to do the feature tonight?
You wanna
I
do
don't
it?
think I could do the feature tonight. Like, I would love to do
It's
it.
a
but I
lot
don't
of
think
words. I don't even know
It's
the words.
so wordy. Who's been doing it?
Our merch guy Cody.
Yeah,
And
he
he's
comes
been
out.
cru- he's
He
been
comes out all
crushing
tough and like
every
knows
night.
all the words
That's
and gets the
sick.
crowd going. It's sick.
Hood
Yeah.
up, usually says some sort of like profanity on his way up to do it.
Hell yeah.
It's pretty hard.
That's the vibe you need.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
like
he's a
last
front
night
man.
he came out. He was like, "New York, fuck it up."
It was good.
And then your favorite guitar riff on the album.
Favorite guitar riff? I've always wanted to play a solo like the Clueless solo.
Yeah.
How it just feels very like power pop and silly.
Tyler's got some
It's so
solos.
dope.
He's got some
Yeah,
solos
a lot
on
of
this.
Solos
solos.
on this. I
Yeah.
love the songs that
It's
will like
terrifying, man.
begin with like a lead part of the melody
Yeah,
and stuff
yeah.
like that.
That's
Like
There's
Safe Face
so-
Story.
yes. Exactly.
Love,
Yeah.
yeah, I love those riffs.
That-
It's a little bit of a
that one
tease.
feels good too.
Stuff like that is cool because they haven't heard that melody yet until the first chorus. So if you hear
Exactly.
it, it's a tease. It's foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Right? Hearing something and then you're like, oh, I've heard this before in a different way. So that makes it even more stuck in your head.
Would
We
you
all
say Hell of It is the spiritual sequel to Act Like That in the
Whoa.
State Champs
Oh.
country verse?
You know what? That's a great thing
Yeah.
to say. I've never thought about it like that, but it kind of is.
I was gonna say I feel like I saw someone say something similar on Twitter about that. They were
Really?
like, they're cousins.
Dude,
They're
similar
I didn't see that,
concepts.
I
Similar
swear.
concepts. Because if it's like, want to be crazy, we can act like that.
Yeah.
But why don't we just try for the hell of it?
Yeah.
And, it's funny because we wrote the song with the same dude, Courtney Ballard.
That's right.
We
Same
wrote that
producer.
song with
Yeah.
him.
Are any of these songs from the Kings of the New Age era? Like, did any of them start with ideas from back then?
No, I don't think
Any
so.
drum beats?
Yeah, the constant.
Oh, the
The
constant
constant
was?
is something that I wrote during that era, but we didn't use it because it was similar to something else. I
To
don't
like
remember
Frozen,
why. Yeah, it was. Yeah,
even though it's not, but
It's
it is.
not-
but
it's
Similar
not-
to Just Sound, actually.
yeah, it was like
Just Sound.
that type of.
Yeah.
Similar. But I think that is the only thing.
Yeah,
that I can
he's
think
got
of.
drum beats and stuff that have lasted for a long time, but there was no like songs with melodies and lyrics that
Yeah.
transferred
Well,
over
there's
from the last.
one that just
Oh.
we keep trying to put on a
Lingers.
record that'll just never. It'll never be finished.
We have
to
such
be
a sick
honest.
instrumental demo that we've never used for an album. I'll send it to you. At some point,
Okay,
so you
yeah,
can
yeah,
listen.
send
You'd be
it.
like, "Yo, this is sick," but it's so hard to write vocals to. We can
Yep.
never figure out what.
Give it to
what
Pop
the-
Punk. We'll
But
write. We'll
to
write
be
fair,
some
we'll
shitty
give
joke
it to y'all.
vocals.
We've recorded it. We've recorded
I'm
it.
sure Rowan can figure some shit.
Yes, he'll rap over it.
Yes.
We've recorded it for every record since Around the World and Back. Every single
my God,
record we've
really?
tracked
Yeah.
it, and it just hasn't worked. This is the first time that we put lyrics to it.
Calling
we
all
tried. We
ghostwriters.
tried.
We
Yeah.
need someone. to
Tried,
Yeah.
We've tried 2 different lyric and melody sets.
Like we actually tried to make it work, and that's
That's funny.
yeah. And it's
Maybe
like a
we'll do an
minute and a half
exclusive.
song.
We'll
Yeah.
we'll post the instrumental on Barstool like for you.
Yeah.
And then you'd be like, anyone that wants to sing over this.
I
just
would
do
love
it.
that.
It'd be kind of sick.
It would be dope.
Challenge.
That'd be sick. And then
We'll see.
Pop Punk will
Challenge.
take credit and we'll do it live.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right, so I didn't know light blue was a perfume until I was doing research for this interview. I thought you were just talking about the color.
Yeah.
It makes you feel that way. So I compiled a list of light blue things for you guys to rank.
Okay.
And then I felt stupid
Oh, this
when I
is sick.
realized it was
No,
perfume.
it doesn't
Let's do
matter.
it.
Let's
I
do
love
it.
ranking
So
Yeah.
we're gonna rank 6 light blue things. Okay.
Okay.
The Avatar franchise,
Okay.
Cookie Monster flat brim hats,
yes.
blue raspberry ices,
Okay.
Wow, let's go.
Number 1.
North Carolina Tar Heel jerseys,
Okay.
one of the best.
Yes.
Had one of those.
Heisenberg's meth from Breaking Bad,
Up there.
and Zoe Deschanel's eyes.
Oh man, dude, these are all
Damn.
good.
Damn.
But I think we have to put the Cookie Monster hat down
Cookie
at the
Monster
bottom.
flat
Yeah.
brim.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bottom.
Bottom.
That's
At
one
the
for me.
bottom.
That is
Dude.
number 1 for me.
I had Elmo. My boy had Cookie Monster. We thought we were cool together, you know.
Yeah.
You were,
Let's show the
absolutely.
photo.
Oh, I can see.
confidence.
I wish I still had it.
The
I've looked
see
for
it.
it.
confidence of wearing that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
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 The Slurpee's got to be up there
Number
for me.
one.
The Slurpee be 1 for me.
1 for me. Yeah.
Slurpee's 1. The meth is 2.
Method.
Okay.
The meth is a
Respectfully.
3.
Slurpee, meth.
Maybe the eyes.
You got to be
The
on that
eyes.
to wear the Cookie Monster flat brim.
You do
Those
have to-
ones are kind
yeah.
of connected.
Then
Yeah.
the eyes. Then the jersey.
Eyes, jersey.
Then the what am I missing? The
You've got the
eyes.
Cookie Monster flat brim and the Avatar franchise.
Avatar franchise is
Avatar-
second to last.
I
That
couldn't
one's-
care less about the Avatar
Yeah, that's
franchise.
down.
I don't give a
That's-
shit.
I like
down
that.
for
I like
me.
the Avatar franchise.
I liked the
But
first one.
did
I
you
thought
really
the second
watch
one
it?
was
It's like
okay.
3 fucking hours long. You're
Okay,
not, like, in
can
the
we
Avatar
replace it with the
universe.
ride in Disney World? Because the ride.
I've heard the ride is
The
good. They
ride
put
is dope.
smells and
Awesome.
stuff,
They
right?
do.
Yeah.
And they splash water.
In light
I
blue.
couldn't
They
do
So
that
it's
because,
4D.
funny enough, I did the Guardians of the Galaxy ride. I was throwing up the whole day.
Guardians of the
Been
Galaxy
there,
was
bro.
my favorite
I was
Disneyland
throwing
ride
up.
in LA.
We've been there.
It was
And-
it was really bad for me. It didn't go well. I was
You had a
holding
bad
on to
time?
my glasses because I thought they were gonna fall off. There's nothing more embarrassing than being on a roller coaster and being like, oh.
Yeah, 100%.
So
Sonoma Court thanks you for your service.
We lost Bob. That was a lot. I lost my hat.
All right, and then some non-album related questions I have for you. Who is everybody's most listened to artist on Spotify, Apple Music, whatever you use?
most
you get the
listened
Wrapped,
to artist.
Like end of year.
Keeping
Yeah.
in mind, I only listened to 8,000 minutes of music. My top artist was Knox this year.
Oh, I love Knox.
Wait a
Yeah,
second.
Knox
I thought
is
it was
sick.
Crazy
He
Frog.
was a
Crazy
guest
Frog was
on the
my
show earlier this
I
year.
saw that he was and he was in
Song
Chicago.
number
yeah.
1 was "I'm a Banana," but my artist list was different.
Okay.
His is all kids songs.
Because he was like,
The
I
kid-
got
the
Crazy
kid stuff
Frog
messed
on
up
mine.
my
I was
sister.
like,
Crazy
yeah.
Frog was number 5 on my most played songs.
My number 1 this year was Post Malone. I love his album. I love
Nice, the country album,
I love
yeah.
his country era and everything about it. Yeah. Who was it for you? Was this Sabrina
Okay, so
Carpenter?
technically number 1 would be State Champs because I practiced to State Champs on Spotify.
Yep.
But the first non-Champs related artist would also be Knox.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Knox.
Nice.
Knox
Wow.
is,
I guess we're big fans
yeah.
over here.
yeah,
guys are
Knox
riders,
is,
bro.
Knox is great.
Debut album coming soon.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
Knox is
Ryan, who
crushing
was
it.
yours?
Mine was a band called the Lemon Twigs.
Of course, that checks
that's a
out.
very
Makes
Ryan
sense.
Scott
Well,
Graham.
It's very
So,
Ryan
yeah.
answer.
Okay, it was the Lemon Twigs, State Champs, Speak Low, Pile of Love, Drug Church.
All of
Those
his
are my
bands.
top
Yeah.
five.
Guy really likes his own stuff.
All of
yeah.
his
Listening to my own music and Drug Church. Yeah, but the Lemon
plays-
Twigs, they don't sound anything like us, but they're fucking awesome.
Oh yeah.
Check
Who
'em
have
out.
you guys been the most starstruck to meet in your career?
Hillary Duff
You met Hillary Duff?
in 8th grade.
Oh shit! Like a meet and greet?
Yes, actually.
Yeah?
I skipped school.
Why
to
not?
it.
I got a Duff tattoo.
Let's
It's
go.
Not really
Yeah.
for Hillary Duff.
I was like,
Um,
yo, we're actually boys
Yeah.
right now.
So starstruck, I think it wouldn't be someone in music. I feel like, but
Yeah.
you know, I'm such a sports guy. I'm a hockey guy. Dallas Stars are my team. When we
Yeah.
played Dallas one time, the captain of the team, Jamie Benn, came to the
That's sick.
Dallas show and was up in our green. And it was when we were with Simple Plan, and
really
Chuck
cool.
from Simple Plan was like, "Yo, Jamie's upstairs in the room." I was like, I have to go punish him right now. I like ran
Yeah.
up there. I put my Dallas Stars shirt on. I was
Yep.
total fanboy.
Yeah.
And I had to get pictures with him and his brother. That was my
Was
starstruck.
yours like a motocross
Yeah,
driver?
I was gonna say musicians. I haven't. The only musician I think I would be starstruck over would be Travis Barker. Haven't met him yet. I
Haven't
would-
met
Wait,
him?
well,
That surprises me.
but-
We've been
Could
around.
have.
Like
we could
yeah,
have.
I
could
could have.
could
Okay, this is actually a funny story. We went to a Halloween party. Ryan and I were dressed as a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Nice, classic.
So
for you.
Yeah, were you
Travis
jelly
was there.
or peanut butter?
Jelly, I'm
I
pretty
was
sure.
jelly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Embarrassing.
I forgot.
Yeah.
And so I was just this giant square. Ryan left me instantly, so nobody knew. I was just jelly toast.
good.
There's free drinks flowing, so I'm a little gone. And I see Travis there, and in my drunken state, I was like, I know I can't punish him dressed as a jelly sandwich.
Yeah.
He's stone sober, and I just
Yeah.
can't do that.
So
to
the
him.
timing was off.
So
The
and
timing
everyone's
Yeah.
like, dude, Travis is right there. It's like, this is not the moment.
That's
this
fair.
is not where.
Not like this.
Not like this.
Yeah.
Fucking rom-com.
Or would it have made him remember you?
No.
more
It
than
would've
ever?
been-
Be
He
like,
would-
oh,
that's
you're
why
the
I
you're the
did that
jelly
to John
guy.
Cena
No,
at
because
the office.
when I
Yeah.
get drunk, I also like I'm very happy. I tell people I love him too much, and that guy is the reason I play drums. That I couldn't punish him like that.
It's so funny that you say punish because that's exactly what we
Yeah.
say. Like even
It's-
nice people, they could be punishers.
yeah.
for
Oh,
sure.
yeah. And
Oh,
I
for
would.
sure.
Yeah.
The nice people actually
Yeah.
just are the punishers. 'cause
Yeah.
they don't realize that
There's
they're
levels to it.
overstepping.
They care too
Exactly.
But the
much.
person I
They
did
love you.
punish, Ken Roxon, one of the biggest moto guys, and I was stoked to meet him.
That
And
guy
then he-
got fucked up on our bus.
Well,
Wow.
I remember he came in and spilled his
He
drink
did
on the
spill-
floor.
yeah.
Careful
But he
what you talk
cleaned
about,
it
Rex.
up.
I'm kidding.
my bad, my bad.
An
He did
important
spill it-
distinction. He
Yeah.
cleaned up his own spill.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
nice.
he's on fucking Red Bull
All
cans.
class.
Yeah.
He didn't
Respect.
have to do that. He could have been like, nah, fuck that. Like,
Yeah.
I'm above
Honestly,
that.
I would have cleaned it up. And I mean, Ken, you're fine. You got this. But he's
He grabbed
a
the paper
gentleman.
towels.
John
Gentleman.
Cena came in years ago, and he was
Oh.
in a bad mood. And I've heard great things about John Cena, but he was like clearly everyone was like he's in a bit of a bad mood.
He didn't want to be here.
So I said I'm gonna decide this is not my day to meet John Cena. We found out the next day. It was the day he broke up with like Nikki Bella.
Oh.
Yeah, everybody has bad days.
It was
It's
like
tough.
that
That's-
day. So
yeah.
it's like
Who
all
wants to
right.
be out doing press like after
Exactly.
I know.
that too, right?
That's tough.
He
Yeah.
would turn it on as soon as the cameras turned on, but when
Sure.
they were off, he was just sad.
Well, he's a
It
pro.
wasn't even
That's
like being a
tough.
dick. He was just sad.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It was a little bit sad to
Somber.
watch.
That's
But now he's
tough.
married and he's all happy now.
Good.
Oh.
We're happy for you.
America's
John.
He's a
hero.
great guy. He seems like a great guy.
He does.
Yeah.
I'll meet him one day.
Yeah.
One day.
What is everyone in the band's favorite movie?
Ooh, good one.
I don't watch movies,
So-
man. Someone else
Baby
answer.
Shark,
This is-
some Baby Shark thing.
No, I mean I watch kids movies, but like I don't watch adult movies. I never have.
All right, we'll go.
You've never watched
We watched
movies?
Pulp Fiction the other night. And you,
I saw the back half of it and I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah,
And I was like, why is everyone like this? And it had to be explained to me that it's like 6 different like stories.
They
like,
all
and they're like,
interconnect.
such a good movie though.
too smart for me.
I
I-
thought you were into it. I thought you were.
Marcellus
I mean, I was
Wallace.
I was curious. Yeah,
Does he look like a bitch?
I thought it was interesting.
My favorite movie is Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Okay.
All right.
Evan?
Honestly, Back to the Future.
Oh,
I would
great
say
pick.
the first one.
The first one.
I mean, I love
I
the
go
whole
to
trilogy.
myself, but
Yeah.
respect.
I do love 2. 2 is close.
2 doesn't have the mom incest stuff.
Yeah. No,
Which we love.
You know?
true. But yeah, the whole trilogy, incredible.
Mine is a tie between The Departed and Mighty Ducks 2.
Oh,
Great pick.
Yeah.
strong.
They're very similar movies.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah,
similar
really,
too.
yeah.
That's why I can't decide.
I love when they kill people in Mighty Ducks.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part.
And then finally, what does 2025 hold for State Champs? We getting a documentary, a live album?
We've
maybe
talked
anything
about
like
the
that?
live album before. Maybe something like that. We know we're going to do a ton of touring, especially overseas.
Nice.
We're going to Europe, the UK. We're going to Australia, some Asia, Southeast Asia, Japan. We want to play more festivals.
You
We
guys
want-
opening up for Oasis next year or no?
Would be sick.
Yeah,
They picked us.
Are we cool enough?
No,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah,
We
we're
finally want to go to
definitely
South America. We've never been to South America still.
Oh,
Yeah.
sick.
So we need to go to South America.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we don't have any plans, but we are trying to make
gotcha.
it happen.
We want to.
Yeah.
To come to Brazil, people. You
Yes.
guys
Yes,
satisfy
we
them.
will
need
finally
to
come to
satisfy
Brazil.
them.
Yeah.
We want to go to that.
So that's on the list, and we want to climb our way up the ad mats of festivals, big festivals that we've
Yeah.
played in the past, and make our way up to the headlining slots of those. We're playing a cruise for the first time.
Oh, sick.
The Emo's Not Dead cruise.
Yeah.
With the Used and Boys Like Girls, Chiodos, a bunch of cool bands.
It's gonna be great.
We're trying to do a late night show, man.
Oh, yeah.
There's
yeah.
no. We got no plans for it, like I said, but that's like.
That's one
That's
thing
like
we haven't
bucket
done.
list, and I think that's what can happen on this record
I think
cycle
it's-
specifically.
It can happen. It's fun.
You guys could do a late night show.
Yeah,
for
Evan's
sure.
done. Okay, all right, here we go.
You guys
Evan's
could
got
do
a new
Sat
bit
Mom.
on the tour. Evan played a late night show with an artist on
Colbert
Stephen
show.
Colbert
I
the
don't know
other
if you've heard
like
of 'em.
a month ago.
A
And
month.
now-
What artist?
Now Evan's late night
Jacob?
Evan.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, it was very dope.
Late
and
night
now
Evan.
it's been my thing. Like, you'll get there. Bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
fucking
he's on,
guy.
he's on his
I-
high
yeah,
horse,
I-
bro.
yeah.
We were walking
Maybe
through
one
Rock
day.
Center yesterday, and Evan's like, "Do you guys want me to show you around?" Like, it's like, dude, shut the fuck up.
We got to give him one, you know?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was.
And he
was
killed
fun.
it. He
Yeah.
killed it.
Yeah.
Even though
So-
you only got 2 seconds of screen time.
And
but-
then
Yeah.
when you
It
guys
was on
eventually
stage,
get
but it
it,
was
he'll
great,
tell
yeah.
you guys there's nothing like playing. But
Yeah.
there's nothing like playing the second time.
Yeah, exactly.
honestly,
He's like,
like,
once
always
you get
have one
two
on
on
your
your
God,
belt.
I'm
First
gonna
time I
go
was
on-
here.
I'm gonna,
Yeah.
You guys want me to help you?
So
figure
yeah,
this out?
it would be sick to do a
Yeah.
Kimmel or a Fallon. something
Yeah.
Any
like
one
that,
of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
in
Seth
2025,
Meyers.
insufferable.
Yes.
Evan.
That's a call out.
Somebody make the call.
Yeah.
2025.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
We love you, Robbie.
Let's go.